Well, she's more likely to be seen on a Hollywood red carpet. But not too long ago, Susan Sarandon was found in an unlikely photo op. She headed to Tijuana to visit a school for some of Tijuana's poorest children. And as Jody Hammond tells us, the Oscar-winning actress is proud to play this supporting role.
Behind big sunglasses, Susan Sarandon can exude glamour even with third-world poverty as a backdrop. And it's hard to imagine a more humble neighborhood than Colonia Fausto Gonzalez. Families here make their living from the huge mountain of trash that is Tijuana's main garbage dump. They are called basureros, or trash pickers. They make a meager living on the leftovers of others. But Sarandon isn't the only star around on this particular day. Taking center stage are elegantly dressed kindergarten graduates. Their performance has been made possible in part through Sarandon's financial support of their school.
You forget how much you have, and it's good to be reminded.
These are children of the basureros, and thanks to an American teacher, their future doesn't have to include the trash heap.
There was no school here before 1992. That means these kids didn't go to school. And if they did, they had to walk 2 miles out to where the construction of the bridge is, on the other side of that. Can you imagine a 4 or 5-year-old doing that?
David Lynch was a New York special education teacher back in 1980 when he made his first visit to Tijuana and saw the living conditions of the basureros. A quarter of a century later, his organization, called Responsibility, runs a preschool and kindergarten in the Colonia, complete with a computer lab.
I'm very proud of myself today. I think, today is, a highlight for me in the 26 years.
Lynch originally contacted Sarandon 7 years ago, asking her to donate something for a charity auction. She wanted to know more about his work in Tijuana. The school has inspired one of her favorite supporting roles as a benefactor.
I am very moved by the people who work here, not just the kids, but I'm very moved by everyone who's dedicated their lives and those that have come back to teach here. That's an amazing story.
Like most of the people here, Luis has never heard of Susan Sarandon, but he scores a photo op just the same. Even after devoting more than 25 years of his life to helping some of Tijuana's poorest families, David Lynch has lost none of his enthusiasm for the cause. He'll tell visitors, if you want to help someone for a day, give them food. Help them for a year, give them a tree. If you want to help someone for a lifetime, give them an education. As much happiness as this day brings, the realities of the surrounding poverty are everywhere. And it will take a huge commitment from these families for the education begun here to be continued. Teacher Lily Ferreira says work often wins out over school with the poor families of the Colonia. Humble work that is hard to imagine just across the border.
I think imagination is one of the strongest gifts we're given, and no matter what's going on around you, if you can imagine your life different, if you can dream, then that's really where change happens.
David Lynch used to live in Tijuana and taught at the school for many years. Now he runs his nonprofit organization called Responsibility from an office in San Isidro. The organization holds 2 fundraisers every year. And Susan Sarandon isn't his only high-profile donor. Television commentator Bill O'Reilly has been a generous contributor for more than a decade.